Hey, what's up, y'all? Kenzo is back for more The Witcher 2. This is actually getting into the actual game. My last gameplay was just kind of like prologue, I guess. I didn't know if you call it that, more like a training area. But this is the actual starting the game proper, which I think this is actually the prologue. So, I'm gonna try not to do a ton of edits just to kind of show you how the game works. I don't think I need to because I don't remember there being a lot of like grindy stuff in this. But I'm gonna shut up and get going. So let's go.
Whatever.
Come on, Sixes. Daddy needs you. Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there, he's awake. You daft! Don't go in there!
Shut it, he's in chains, can't do a thing.
Am I right, Master Geralt? Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back. Look, he's awake again. Monster Slayer, my ass. A regular Harson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Enough!
Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill. I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Walk around behind me if you want to shake.
How foolish of me. Ves! Unshackle him.
Geralt of Rivia. Care to introduce us?
No, thanks.
Bring something to drink. We can't sit here cotton-mouthed. You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
Just like that? For nothing?
No. For Temeria.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
Am I supposed to, like, know something about what the hell they're talking about? Like, did I blink and miss something?
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle, but Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Witcher, are you up? His Majesty, King of Temeria, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
A wise war is a contradiction, Triss.
Then maybe you know just how I should advise our lustful monarch.
Stop falling in love, sire no further bastards, and don't wage stupid wars.
Genius. You know, these bastards could vie for the throne in the future? Then we'd have an even more senseless conflict.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined. But they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the Wild Hunt again?
Mm-hmm. I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The Wild Hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the colts they ride.
All right, so this is like a month after the game, first game. All right.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
What was that? All right, is there stuff to loot in here? Let's see.
I'll join you later.
Introduction. Welcome to the prologue, Witcher 2's story and game world, basic gameplay mechanic. We wish you on an exciting journey. I can already tell this game is going to drive me crazy with the combat. It's so different than the first game. It's like I'm going to have to like completely relearn it. It's a good looking game. All right, hang on. Check my inventory. All right, so I got a tiny bit of money. Oh, there's weight in this game? Oh, look at that. I have the armor from the last game. Nice. So these items I have on me, is that like stuff, because, I mean, it must be because I imported my stuff from the first game? Cool. Okay. All right. Okay, well, this was unexpected. All right, let's go. Ah, man, this is like leaps and bounds better looking than the first game.
We head straight for the town.
Sergeant, there's a river in the way. Slipping on that shite.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Your compass, not soldiers! Keep at it and none of you will see home!
I also like that I can use a controller.
you don't hurry, he'll rip your balls off.
And make
Have
a
no
witch's
mercy.
medallion.
Hey,
and the gods be
You're
with
the
you.
one who crushed
Your sins will be
Salamandra.
forgiven. To battle!
Yeah.
Let's show them the meaning of horror. You sightseeing?
They'll be sitting
The king
down to the
awaits
table
you
at
by
our
the
feet.
feast.
And these people all have something to say to
Beautiful
me.
day for battle. Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with.
Finally. Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency. I'll record as soon as possible.
In my time.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador. For your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children.
I see.
This conversation is over, Excellency. Please retire to your tent. Black One's in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
I mean, I could lie to him and say, like, pretend like I don't know anything. Because I feel like if I say this, that's going to get me in trouble. Fuck it.
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
A witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors. Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods! Count Etcheverry! Catch, Witcher! Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
Am I supposed to do something? What do I do?
2.5 degrees.
Did we hit the bastard?
He ducked.
Damn it! We'll get him on the walls. Follow me, Witcher!
It's kind of cool. The king's like getting into battles. I like it.
Onward, Witcher! To the top! You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Etcheverry and others immediately intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children, but they would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped, her motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne.
Taking orders, smash your bow. Going and country there, your wife. And a long road at Jitto.
This is freaking cool, man. Oh!
Look alive, men! Hail to the king! Where the hell are we headed? What the fuck do we want? Victory! This I like! Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!
That tower was ridiculous.
It was designed to break the rebels' morale.
A bunch of lords and lordlings took a ride to then pompously stride on top of the walls, while the real army fought and died below them in the shit and piss-filled streets.
If years of service have taught me anything, it's that the Highborn don the best costumes and get the best vantage points, whether at a ball or in battle. But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
Things went relatively smoothly after we came out of that tower. That is, until we ran into Arian Lavalette.
We can repel them! They're not knights! They're traitors! Take no prisoners! Onward! Attack!
Yeah, get him.
They're no knights! They're... Lord Suxon, you shall push for the center aisle and bring down that gate.
It's a good day to kill, Your Majesty! Follow me, gentlemen! For Temeria!
Lord Swan, you and your men shall follow me. We must capture or otherwise deal with Arian La Valette in order to break the defenders' morale.
Yes, Your Grace.
Geralt, gentlemen, follow me! For the glory! Fall back, goddammit! I forbid you to die like imbeciles. Hear me! They've taken a good position, the bastards. If this persists, they'll pick us off like ducks, and I'm no duck. Any ideas?
That ballista would do the trick.
All right, let's do this. I was kind of hoping he was going to jump off like Batman or something.
Kill the Witcher!
So, how often can I use these abilities? Okay. Oops.
Kill the Witcher!
Okay, so that thing doesn't have as much of a range as I thought it does. What is hitting me? Oh, it's one of these guys. I should...
Stand your ground!
Ow.
Kill the
Cool. Alright. Do I have any, like, potions? You know, this probably isn't the time to, meditate anyway. Alright, here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, good. This game has, like, some degree of, button mashing. That's great. Uh-oh. Now, which one was it? Axie that would mind control him? Damn it.
Blow the lilies!
Okay, I definitely like this mind control one.
Blow the lilies! The tower men! Storm the tower! The gods are with us!
I forgot about looting bodies. Shit, I forgot all about it. Wait, can I even loot these dudes? Oh, they drop little sacks. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Sorry, my like compulsion to loot everything's kicking in. It's kicking in overdrive. Must loot everything. All right. Let's try some other abilities. I like don't remember what Quinn does. Oh, Quinn's the shield thing. That's the fire one. What's this one? Is that trap or something, isn't it? All right, so that's a trap, and then this one is it just blows them away, right? Yeah.
Kill the Witcher!
All right, can I climb up here? I can't. This is cool. I like this. Okay, well, like playing the game is a lot easier than that arena thing I did. That arena thing was crazy. I like this. This is awesome. Man, and this is how the game starts? Okay.
The door! Smash the door! Axeman! Give me splinters!
Oh yeah. Get wrecked. I'm like up your skirt, bro. Oh man. Sorry about that. My bad. My bad. We're probably not cool like that.
Desist! Or be put down like the rabid dogs you are!
Aryan La Valette, this will be no easy task. Surrender, Aryan! You'll be treated with honor!
Go plow yourself, King!
Bury them in arrows! Come on, men! For Temeria!
They're well shielded.
You got a better idea?
I'll try to get inside. It shouldn't be hard if the archers provide cover.
That's the son of Louisa and the old Baron, heir to these lands. He's hot-tempered but good with a sword. Be careful.
I'll try to reason with him.
Cover the Witcher!
Wait, I'm being attacked? By what? Oh, arrows, duh. Can I meditate right here? Nope. Alright. We'll worry about that later. I'm not sure what sign I like the most. I like this one because it knocks him down. Oh shit, there's probably stuff I can loot back here. You know, if I'm honest, I don't like those little status things in the lower right. I find it to be kind of distracting. It's weird. Because I keep glancing down there and I'm like, oh. It's like a little too RPG for me. Yellowy birds. Let me at him, let me at him. Alright, bro, let's talk. Let's talk.
Geralt of Rivia. You've fallen low, Witcher. Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the north. Time to test that rumor.
Enough slaughter. Surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
None.
Foltest defiled my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men and your honor. In a minute, you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men? The king sends a Witcher, and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a Witcher's sword. Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
Never!
You heard them, Witcher.
This is between us.
So be it. Stand back, men! My nanny told me stories about you when I couldn't sleep. I especially liked the one of Renfri and her rogues. As I grew, I dreamed of facing you one day.
That dream will not have a happy ending for you.
Stand your ground! Halt! He's mine! Stand your ground!
The successor of one of Temeria's oldest families perished at the hands of a monster slayer. A sign of the times, I suppose.
You mourn, Arian?
No. He was one of a dying breed. And he was a traitor. Continue.
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Edern.
To think it almost killed us all.
There's a dragon?
Arian Lavalette has surrendered the castle. Open the gate.
Arian lives!
Open now. Kneel before your king and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no good here. The main force down in those boats is going to beat us to town.
Want to head back to the tent? The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's Special Forces.
What of the Baron? You really had to kill him.
No other way sometimes. Sire,
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
there's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The Lavalettes are making a stand near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, sire. She's fine, and beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are.
In the monastery, but we've yet to penetrate that area.
Cross, quickly.
Protect the king!
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Protect the king! Run for the hoarding! Give my leg for a heavy crossbow right now.
It's a dragon! I can't believe it!
Marigold, stop admiring it and do something!
It's not that simple!
Before the fruit turns my army to cinders!
Witcher, how do you fight something like that? You don't.
Dragon!
Run!
Take cover! To the hoardings!
We've got to get to the town. We might stand a chance there.
Is it true you witches don't
The
hunt
gate!
dragons?
They're at the gate! And now!
This was just a
You want me to go over and tell her?
I hear you're the monster experts.
To the tower! Back up! I'll open the gate! Quickly! Quick! Go! I'll manage!
What the hell is she, a Jedi? What the hell?
Triss!
The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
Damn.
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
Ha! And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task. Finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire.
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest, what of him? What of this passage?
I fainted before I could really get going on him. He's under guard below.
You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher,
Your Grace.
I've a mission for you, one suited to your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered, at times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must try to find this other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
Maybe Roach will get something out of this priest. It's a relatively large town. I could use a hint.
I'm counting on him, but time is of the essence. Please explore the area. We seek a tunnel or something similar. Beware of traps. They may have planted some. You're best suited to this. My men lack your skills.
Soldiers loyal to the Lavalettes would never harm the Baroness's children.
I shall be reassured as to that when I see them, not before. We must act quickly. The rebels are dispersed, in disarray. As dim-witted as they are, I fear they could conclude the children would make good hostages.
All right, I'll go.
I'm relying on you, Witcher.
Where are those axes? Move your asses!
Okay.
God help us!
Shut it. Time to
Why
pay
did
your
you
war
murder the
tax.
lady?
Gold and silver on the table, and shut your gobs.
Fire will cleanse your tainted souls.
Hurry up! We haven't got all day!
Man, they're like looting so much better in this game. Oh my god.
Hurry up! We haven't got all day! Faster with those logs!
On it. Shit. I didn't mean to come in here again. Damn it.
It'll be better this way, for all of us.
Faster with those logs!
I mean, just the fact I can go and like just hit a button to loot. I mean, this is what I wanted in the first game. Just a button I can click and it'll just loot everything. I like it.
Hurry up! We haven't got all day!
Chicken. So, can I go in like all these homes? Seems that way. All right. I mean, do I really want to go in all these houses? Like, is there a good reason for me to do this? Yes, because there's loot. Lord knows I love loot. You know, I'm not confused by the camera. Like, when you go in buildings, it like, watch. What is that? That's so weird.
Stand your ground!
Was that a pillow?
passage, quick!
They blocked me. Bastards. All right. This is
Where are these Horsons coming from?
loot
Have
everywhere.
we cleared this district? Are they springing from their graves?
Hmm. Definitely nothing out here. And this is a cool looking game. I like it. Okay. Well, I can't go that way because it's blocked off. Guess we just go back around, I guess.
Faster with those logs!
What is this little dot that's right here?
It'll be better this way for all of us. Hurry up!
I don't get it.
Got all day. It'll be better this way for all of us.
There's like a dot right here at this house, but like I can't there's like nothing in here. But like why would there be a dot here?
Faster with those logs!
Oh no.
Would you release us, soldier, sir?
Shut it.
We're
Damn it.
innocent.
The king
Anyone
will
know what
decide
the
your
law looks
fate.
like? The wife wants me to get her some shoes.
Destroying obstacles. Aye. Very nice. So
For the Baroness!
yeah, get wrecked. Oh man, I like cut that homie's arm off. Oh. Poor fella. Let's see. By drinking cat potion. Quest failed. Was that what? Whatever. Oh, I get it. I had a sub quest that I like didn't do. Do I have to listen to this heartbeat thing the whole time these potions are running? I hope not. That's fucking annoying.
Take that.
Oh boy, more drowners, thank God. Well, the drowners look pretty badass in this game. And okay, this heartbeat noise is fucking annoying. Like, it's hella annoying.
Scoia'tael.
Scoia'tael.
Down with tyranny! Die!
Like, items all over the place. Like,
Death to the sister fucker!
Don't pull back!
pretty cool little, like, cliff graveyard. It's pretty neat. So, how often can I use that? Oh, it like shows them through walls? That's fun.
Ah! Don't push back! Onward! Attack! They're no knights. They're traitors. Take no prisoners.
That's what this reminds me of, this vision. It reminds me of those Batman games. Like Arkham Knight and all that kind of stuff.
Press those buttons.
Okay, how do I open the gate? Let's see here. E required. Is there a key out here that I missed? Oh. Yeah. I was just, you know, playing around. Oh, I probably should have opened that chest. Oh, too late. The cool, like, cloak I am on.
You have just become the most titled Witcher in the world. And the wealthiest.
I'll remind you of that when this is all over, sire.
See, Vernon? Geralt succeeded.
Lucky he did. The priest was downright discourteous and went off to meet his gods.
I saw Scoia'tael on the river.
Where? How many? What colors did they wear?
Plough the elves. We'll tend to them later. The monastery awaits.
Scoia'tael. This puzzle is beginning to come together, Geralt. You're either telling the truth or weaving a very convincing lie. I want to hear the rest. Foltest bastards. The Solar. What happened?
We might have arrived at the same time if not for tales.
Be specific, Witcher.
Well, the Archpriest told the truth.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tales, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boussy, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tales, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boussy and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tales, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
Where have you taken the children?
The Solar. They're in the Solar.
What is this? Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
Quiet down, Tales. This is a church.
I'll not forget this, mutant. You hear?
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry, but the dragon topples them all.
Tops.
Tops what?
Well, tops all.
Damn nonsense! Geralt, you should know. Is it possible to tame a dragon?
Not as far as I know.
Then why is this reptile eating only mine, then?
Let's hope Marigold got out of there.
I'm sure she did.
If not, you'll need a new advisor, sire.
Shut up, Roach.
It's possible that the dragon simply...
Another word from you and the dragon will not be your main concern.
Enough! Both of you! The dragon's back! I can't...
Wow.
You saved my life again. Ask what you will of me, Witcher. Within reason, of course.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Merigold to come with me. If she wants.
Are you blind? She's enamored with you. You may leave, and none shall stop you. You have my word.
And that staircase violates some OSHA regulations. Saying.
Who goes there?
Foltest. I've come for my children. Geralt, wait here. You might scare them.
Ah, thanks be to the gods. My prayers are answered.
Why is this dude wearing like battle gauntlets?
Go, Boosie.
That's not my father.
But it is your king, boy. Bells, your triumph is complete. The city and fortress taken, sire. Time to thank the Forefather and the Mother Creatrix for this great victory.
A moment, blind man. I've not seen my children in 6 months. The gods can spare another minute. Listen to me. Your mother and I quarreled, but that is over. She was deceived. Evil men turned her against me. These men have been punished, and all will be well from now. No tears, Boosie. One day you'll be king, and kings do not weep.
Armed men approach, sire. Children, go to the refectory.
My knights will soon be here. You must meet them, for one day you will rule them. Boosie, go wash your face. They must not see that you wept.
There's a bucket of water in the next room.
Anais, help your brother.
Sire, let us pray.
They must look like the royal children they are.
They have your eyes, sire.
I thought that dude seemed a little beefy for like a, I don't know, what was supposed to be a blind old dude. Uh-oh. That dude's beefy, man. He's thick. It's like a barrel with two legs stood up. Alright, well, I understand why this dude's in prison now. Okay, and I'm going to end the gameplay there because this gameplay is already way longer than I kind of intended it to be, but I couldn't really think of a good stopping point. That's a cool opening section, and it's still technically not done. I still got another probably, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes of gameplay before I even get to Chapter 1, so pretty freaking cool. I like it. Alright, I'm going to go. I'll see you for the rest of the prologue. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.